Hey YouTube, it's me. Thanks for tuning in again. It's Wednesday, so we're about halfway through the week, which is fantastic. It's been a little exhausting, but it is what it is, I guess. It feels like because it's July, maybe, there's a lot of moods and attitudes. I guess the heat's just making everybody angry and upset. But we got a couple more months, and then it might cool off. I'm not really sure. It's really humid here. Anyway, so today, it's been an interesting day. Kind of intriguing in a way, I guess you could say. So, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Freedompop Wireless. They are one of those companies that give you those SIM cards, and they're free, or you pay $1 or something, and you can actually get free service with them. So I've had them for probably close to a year now. I've had a spare phone since I've got T-Mobile. I don't always get the best service. So I figured since Freedompop actually works using Sprint's network, it would be a good idea to try, and it was free. I had a spare phone lying around. Why not give it a go? So I'm looking at one of my cards that I have. I just kind of happened to log in, and I'm like, gosh, I've got a $15 charge from them. Not really sure why that is. So, of course, immediately you set into like, what the, what's going on? Why do I have this charge? This makes absolutely no sense. And so I found the number. Here's a word to the wise, those who aren't aware of how they actually work. There's a phone number that you can call, but you actually have to have, it's like VIP customer or something essentially, and you pay extra for that every month in order to get tech support over the phone. The way that the website leverages it is, oh, this is how we can provide free phone service, so you're going to pay us to talk. Since I called the number, it was like they're going to immediately charge me $5 to speak to a live person, which was just terrific. I said, forget that. Let me, get home, get in the house, and look up what I need to do with this. So I actually was able to do a live chat with someone regarding that. And I kind of felt like I was going from 0 maybe to 60 with this guy, because I'm saying, hey, dude, I've got this phone. I don't really use it. It's for emergencies. So what is this $15 charge? He sends me a paragraph about this long about data usage or something. And I'm like, okay, stop. You're not listening to what I'm saying. The problem is I don't use this phone for anything. It's usually actually turned off unless I'm traveling and I need to use it for something. And so he's like, oh, your data was over. So we went on ahead and we, I guess, credited my account with $15. Now, that terminology is bizarre, because if you're crediting something, that means you're giving me something. It's not, you're taking something from me, giving it to me. That's not really crediting anything anywhere in the world. But hey, if that's what you call it, that's what you call it. So, yeah, I'm explaining this to him, and he's like, well, we can do a $10 courtesy. $10 courtesy for what? You mean the $15 that you took from me? You can give me 10 of that back, give me $5 credit. I said, listen, dude, it ain't even that type of party. What really is about to happen is you're going to just go ahead and give me my $15 back, and you're going to go ahead and cancel this number as soon as humanly possible. So I was actually able to get all that done over a live chat with the Freedompop rep, whoever I spoke to. I think his name was John. So he said 3 to 5 days, I'll get the $15 back, credited or back into my account, and it's closed. And I immediately got emails saying all this is done. It's just so bizarre. He was like, oh, we sent you a message telling your data use. I said, dude, what do you mean you sent me a message? I can't see the message because the phone's never on. But you were quick to send me an email telling me that you charged me the $15 and didn't really explain what it was for. My thing with them, beware. There's other companies like that. There's, I think, a TKO Wireless. I have a SIM card for them. I've actually never activated or anything because their plans weren't quite as good as Freedompop. But honestly, from this point forward, I don't think I would ever have anything to do with another company like that. You just have to read all of the fine print and all of that stuff, because you're not going to go in and do anything without me really authorizing it or being aware that it's happening. You can send a text message all day, but you should also follow that with email. If you can send an email saying you charged me something, you can send an email saying, hey, this is getting ready to go down. So I wouldn't really mess with them. I mean, if you're in a pinch, hey, go for it. You can get the free plan. It's, I believe, 200 minutes, like 200 megabytes, and a couple text messages in there, which is why I was saying I was using it as a like an emergency phone or whatever. But I wouldn't even mess with it. I don't really think it's worth the headache. I'm a little curious to see if I'm actually going to get my money without having to go through more hassle. Luckily, you're able to print the conversations that you have with the live chat. I really would recommend doing a live chat because you're able to print that, or at least copy and paste it into a Word doc or something similar so that you have a record of that conversation if you have to reach back out to them. So bottom line, you get what you pay for, I guess. And I guess, they felt like since it's been free for me for about a year that they were going to go ahead and, get a little something out of the deal. But it ain't that serious. It really ain't anywhere on the face of the earth. So just beware. I mean, it's a budget thing if you need it. And they do work off of Sprint. The service was slightly better than my actual provider, but still, there were some issues. Granted, that's going to be contingent off of the phone you have. And you actually do have to, when you use their SIM card, it's on roaming all the time. But I think that might be part of the issue with the thing because it's constantly looking. You just have to be aware of that type of stuff. And also there's a lot of ads and bloatware and all sorts of crazy stuff because you actually use the phone through an app that they have. There's a messaging app that's where all your calls and stuff actually come through that. They don't technically work directly on the phone. So it's one of those things. Like I said, it's very, very stripped down. It's very watered down. Initially, I was kind of pleased. I was excited. But after that, you ain't going into my account. You ain't messing with my coins. There's not very many of them anyway. There's probably mostly pennies. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anyway, guys, hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday or whenever you're looking at this. Hope everything's going great and terrific. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Deuces.